So I've just come back from a holiday at the ocean, and it was full moon. And when it's full moon, you have spring tide. And we've been at the ocean for 2 weeks. We couldn't walk past certain parts of the rocks because everything was covered in water. But when the full moon came, the ocean, the spring tide came, the water went back, and one could walk where I could see there hasn't been walked for a while. So that's my image of reauthoring futures. So firstly, I think the word reauthoring comes from a very special place. It comes from narrative therapy with David Epson and Michael White. So at some point, I think they have walked. We can't see their footprints anymore, but they've walked already. So they're like far away in the moonlight. You can see them because we stand on their shoulders. They gave us the gift of this word. But then I feel the rest of us, it's like all of these surfers waiting for the wave to come. And so there's a whole community for me that is experiencing a shift or a move of some sort, and that's ready to participate and collaborate. So for me, reauthoring future is about the community waking up, the community participating, the community ready to co-author what is about to happen. Well, I do believe it's full moon, in the sense that wherever I go, there's always somebody talking about an alternative narrative. So there's an alternative narrative for travel, for economics, for education, for organizational life. So it feels like everywhere I go, I hear the narratives of people challenging the taken for granted beliefs and ideas, the way we always thought, oh, the ocean, the tides will always wash over these rocks. Mm-hmm. But I feel that I'm walking on dry ground here and there and hearing the stories of alternative narratives. And maybe it's time for them to come together and take a walk on the beach together. But I have a sense that something is shifting and moving, and we're ready for something. I train people in reauthoring ideas. And that's I'm a trainer, but I'm also a consultant, and I use these ideas in organizational life. And more, I find that people are hungry for moments that transform. It's as if hope needs to be reimagined, as if the way things are is just not good enough anymore. So when we as consultants create moments that can reauthor a team story, organizational narratives, or just our place in the world, something very profound shifts. And so for me, what this means is I'm also experiencing as a consultant and as a trainer that I'm walking on dry ground, and that there is a readiness and a willingness to reimagine a different future. I love for it to be a moment in itself, a moment where we learn something together, we know something together, and we also create something. That we would be looking back and say, oh, that reauthoring conference, that's where it all started. I don't have something particular in mind, but if we have so many extraordinary people coming together and deciding that this is dry ground in springtime, the full moon to walk in, what would be possible for us if we dare to dream and co-author something together? So that's what I'm coming for. I'm very, very much looking forward to.